Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video we have quite a few different bits and pieces of news where we're seeing PlayStation 5 showing up in the middle of literally nowhere. We're also now seeing pretty much the big trailer run all throughout today where we saw quite a few different types of, well, basically trailers and new games and everything else all being said about all throughout today. So a lot of little random bits and pieces of news to kind of wind down the night, so if you guys will stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. And as well, we actually have been seeing a lot of good restocking news going on. We'll touch on that a little bit right now. And as well, especially more for tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout for that. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below, we have the Target links as well down below, and the Twitter and Twitch streams always go and mention throughout our videos if you guys want to go check that on out, and we'll go and see. So first and foremost, we've had a kind of a little bit of a funny thing going on throughout the day, where we actually now have been seeing the most random and weird and stray PlayStation 5s known to man. This is actually, funny enough, some stock that was showing up literally like in the middle of actual nowhere. Like, I'm not exaggerating on this one. We on occasion have seen reports of them having stock, in airports. We've had occasional stock like just randomly showing up in weird locations. We've even seen people that have somehow found PlayStation 5s on the side of the street. Now, that's probably not normal in all honesty, but this one's in regards to Istanbul airports, and we've now actually been seeing a higher uptick of random PlayStation 5s showing up in really, really random sporadic locations. Now, we've seen a few different reports as well of them showing up in just really genuine, randomly weird places in other countries, but this is just something like of a weird side thing to note. Where if you guys do want to go and check out places, like I said, this is in regards to Istanbul, where you guys can see there's actually like a pretty good substantial amount of stock showing up. We're seeing normal PlayStation 5 disc editions, multiple PlayStation 5 digitals, and it's also tied into as well with like iPhones and other various things too as well. But the one big issue is, why on earth would someone first and foremost want to buy a PlayStation 5 when it comes to, well, at an airport? Like, how do you even get that home? Most of the time whenever I've traveled, I'd never have space in my luggage in the first place. Like, I've literally never had that at all, where I can somehow weasel it a PlayStation 5, let alone would customs allow it? Would you have to go and check this? Or technology, is that even allowed throughout, say, like security? I actually could not straight up tell you. But we have now been starting to see a lot more of these consoles just in really random sporadic spots. I think we saw like another really weird place too, I think in Italy, like forever ago, back in the day. And I think even places, like in Pakistan, I think there was a lot of like individual small tail stores that were also selling stock just casually up in their buildings. So it's kind of a little bit of a weird thing going on, but we have been seeing more stock in some of the most random and weird locations. And as well when it comes to stock too. Just for general news, we still have been seeing a lot of stock still in the general areas. We'll touch on this a little bit more probably tomorrow morning, but we still have been seeing a very large influx of Walmart stock, Amazon stock, and if you guys want to keep on checking your Amazon emails, feel free to. We had some pretty good success throughout the day. Best Buy stock, and just overall a lot more general stock floating around that people have been able to go get and buy their consoles at. It's been actually pretty good and pretty nice throughout the day. Haven't had anything super big on the online side, but at least we've been seeing a lot more influxes of stores getting stock and stock arrivals and everything else. So I think we've also even been hearing more rumors maybe of Staples finally getting more stock too as well. The military is starting to get more stock, and even the Costco stuff too. As we've been mentioning, I think we've been seeing more reports of all this stuff floating around up in stores. So it's been kind of nice to go and see more general wide stuff, and it's just kind of crazy seeing these really weird consoles. But now to kind of give you guys a little bit more of like just kind of random gaming news going on too as well. Today was kind of a big day when it came to big game trailers. One big thing I want to go and highlight and showcase over here is the brand new Gotham Knights, which has actually been showcased up quite a bit as of recently. And they actually had a chance to showcase up some of the open world, which I'm going to show you guys up over here from IGN. And while we have all the PS5s randomly apparently in Istanbul, it's nice to go and see them actually being able to be utilized in the game. So a big thing on this press release we saw today is that they're trying to go make this open world actually like a somewhat big open world with literal things to do, things to showcase characters, etc. And this kind of goes and ties in super well, because if you guys have seen games like, say, Batman, Arkham Asylum, and all the other various Batman games, the better the open world, the more developed the world is, and the more traveling and other side stuff you guys can do, I think it just makes the game a lot better. They haven't actually made a Batman game that's been a substantial one in quite some time. So the fact that we're seeing this open world, and it almost kind of gives me some Spider-Man vibes too as well. So everything we've had a chance to see so far, the game looks big. It looks like there's actual features. It looks like there's like things to explore, side quest missions to go through, and it does seem like a somewhat substantial and bigger game. Now, especially too, because you have like people walking around, you're seeing the different lighting effects, and it looks like you are literally on a bike traveling throughout the world, or like you're Spider-Manning right now and trying to go and teleport pretty much across the entire map. And like first impressions so far, if you guys want to give me your feedback on this, I think it looks pretty cool and pretty sick. Like I've actually been enjoying this so far. It does give me a lot of like Batman type style vibes. You guys can see now the big area effects, the ice, the lightning effects, and like actual stuff going on in the game, which I do think this game is looking a lot better than people are kind of anticipating on to as well. And it does kind of seem like the Gotham city is looking pretty full, and like as you guys can see, you can like travel throughout the city. You get different types of vibes. Like I think it looks, in my honest opinion, pretty good. It's going to be a little bit more hyped up than I was for this game in general. So you guys can see the effects. It totally gives me a lot more vibes. You can also see even like, you know, inside a building now where there's things you can go and jump across and move across. Puzzles, you know, kind of easy-ish type stuff, but you can kind of sneak on through, see different types of vibes. I like this. Like first impression so far, this is actually turning into maybe a game I want to go maybe pick up sooner rather than later. And as well, they kind of had a little bit more of an in-depth just talk about like how they developed it, how they want to do it, what their plans are, but you guys can kind of see a rough concept of all of this, of the side missions, etc. If you guys have played Spider-Man, you guys probably are understanding how I'm getting this Spider-Man type of vibe, especially when it comes to the map, when it comes to the world, when it comes to how you're moving through the world, and all that type of stuff. But today was definitely a big day when it came to all the trailers and all the trailer news. Now, some other kind of intriguing stuff too as well is that we also happen to once again talk about the Cult of Lamb that's been kind of taken over the entire internet by storm. They now also have their official launch trailer too as well. We touched on this on the reviews have been very, very nice and very well receptive of their first initial feedback that we've had a chance to see. I haven't had a chance to check out the game so far, but I probably will up on Twitch because there's apparently really good Twitch integrations for the game. But everyone's had a chance to go and showcase up the game, check out the game, etc. It's like a mixture of like Zelda into like Binding of Isaac, into a little bit of Animal Crossing, into a mixture of just a lot of really good genres tied together. So if you guys are just on the lookout for a somewhat decent-ish, newer-ish type style game, this has actually apparently been one that's been floating the boats and everyone's been hyped up for that. I've also going to maybe go check out that Tower of History or whatever that game is. That's kind of like a Genshin knockoff too as well. So we have like a few little weird indie type style games coming out, and I'm kind of cool with this. But so far, everything we've had a chance to see so far has been pretty solid. Plus also for the 2K boys, you guys had a chance to see the Jordan Challenge is apparently now coming back over here. And as a Chicago boy, born and raised, you can never go wrong with seeing some Michael Jordan kind of making his way into any types of games. One kind of cool thing would also, to me, I'm not sure if like 2K's ever done this before, I would love like some more older retro style games. In terms of like teams, in terms of who they're playing with, in terms of old school tournaments. I'm not sure if that's a consistent thing with the franchise myself, because if I ever play like this type of stuff, I'm just playing with my buds, you know, at their house. You know, more of a single player, multiplayer type of guy for like, you know, FPS games or whatever. But that'd be, in my mind, something kind of cool if they had a chance to work that on in. And as well, we also did finally have a chance to go see Rumbleverse finally have their official launch trailer too. So we're kind of getting this with multiverse, with all the verses everywhere. We've been seeing a lot more general game and gaming news coming out these past few days, which was big trailers coming out throughout today. Of course, these are all like mid-tier games. You know, this isn't like, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield or something like that being launched as of like tomorrow, but it's been kind of nice to see a lot more of a wide variety of games and games coming out, and of course, more of this mid-tier genre of games too as well. And this is why it's even crazy too, because even something like Fortnite is now even pushing even more of these like crazy things where they're trying to even work in maybe a Dragon Ball, you know, Dragon Ball Z, Super, normal Dragon Ball, scale too as well. And it would make sense because we literally have also seen Naruto. I'm not joking. Like, you know, Naruto the anime is also literally in Fortnite. So they're trying their best to go maybe get like Shenron himself, if any of you guys are OGs and watched that when you guys are younger. Because they have Fortnite's Dragon Ball event. It's expected to be a big one with numerous characters coming to games as skins alongside weeks of tie-in challenges. So it's all due as well this next week of the 16th of August, where the next big update's supposed to be coming over here. And they're having some pretty huge trailers as well. Now, once again, at this point, I would not be surprised because we have pretty much seen Fortnite go and include almost every IP from superheroes to anime characters to even just normal folks and normal content creators, so I'm not that surprised seeing this. But kind of give me your thoughts and comments on everything all throughout this video. Random airport, PlayStation 5s, any of these brand new games that are getting hyped on up, and what are your thoughts on Gotham Knights? As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the checkouts for that one. We have the Target links too as well, the Twitter and Twitch if you guys want to follow, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Be on the lookout for more videos tomorrow. Check out the videos all throughout today, and I appreciate you guys all so much for everything.